Think about the first time you used Uber. Remember the first time you used Uber. Now, if you've never used Uber or Lyft or any other ride-sharing service, I want you to imagine yourself in this scenario. You were getting ready to go to the airport, so you thought, you know what, I've heard a lot about Uber. I'm going to use it today for the first time. So you pull out your mobile device, you download Uber onto your mobile device, you create your account profile, you put in your credit card information, you're all set. You put in the destination inside of the application, and magically, you're assigned a vehicle. And the make and model appear on your mobile device. You can see the profile picture of the person coming to get you. And all in the back of your head, you're thinking, this is a great experience. And in real time, you can see the vehicle coming to pick you up. It says it's going to pick you up in 5 minutes. So you're thinking, great. You toggle over, check some email, look at stocks, your social feed, and then you get a notification saying the vehicle is outside, ready for you. You step outside, sure enough, there it is. It matches the vehicle that's on the application. You get inside the vehicle, you head towards your destination, and that's when things get a little interesting. Perhaps that's when things got a little weird for you. This is your first Uber experience. Remember this? You were approaching your destination. In the back of your head, you're thinking, what happens next? How do I conclude this ride? Do I need to swipe a credit card? Well, there's no credit card machine inside the vehicle. You're thinking, do I need to pull out the application and execute something to complete the trip? Well, that doesn't work. Part of you is feeling like, is this free? Do I just get out and go? This is great. If you're a millennial like me, in the back of your head, you're thinking, oh no. Is the driver requiring a tip? Because me and all of my other millennial colleagues and friends, we left our cash in the 90s. So they're not getting a tip. So all this is rolling through your head, and so you're thinking, oh my gosh, you're fumbling around. And again, this is your first Uber experience. Hopefully you had an experienced driver that looked back, and as you began sweating, wondering what happens next, they very calmly and very gently looked at you and just said, get out. And you think, oh my gosh, is that it? You open the door, you close the door, the car drives off, and that's when it hits you. That feeling washes over you. Remember that? It was that feeling of, did I leave my luggage in the trunk? You're like, no. You're a very sharp individual. You grab your luggage, you're standing there, and this feeling hits you. You all remember this feeling. It was a feeling of, that was effortless. That was a seamless experience brought to you by technology and the connected world that we live in. And whether you know it or not, no matter your generation, no matter where you are on this planet, that experience that a large majority of us have had, that now becomes an expectation. That effortless and seamless experience becomes an expectation that will ripple into every other aspect of your life, your work lives and your personal lives. But what's interesting is for the emerging generation, that expectation ripple effect is happening exponentially faster and sooner than we've ever seen. And so it's creating an emerging generation. It's creating a new generation that has different behaviors. They have different expectations, and they have different values, which is causing all kind of friction inside the workplace and across every industry on the planet. And so today, I'm going to alleviate some of that friction by getting a firm understanding of some of these who is this emerging generation, some of the trends that are happening, and I'm going to give you some actionable strategies to apply to overcome some of this friction. So let's get started. Here's the big idea I want to share with you today, and that big idea is this. The next generation provides data points into what's next. What's next for your industry? What's next for your business? What's next for your team? What's next for your communication? What's next for your training? What's next for fill in the blank? Now more than ever, if we understand the emerging generation, we can pivot our skill sets, we can pivot our marketing, we can pivot our industry, we can pivot our organizations so that we can thrive in the 21st century. The next generation provides data points into what's next. That's why it's important that we focus on the next generation.